a very good morning to you all. My name is Daddy Chris, and this is the African Renaissance Television, reaching you here from London. Yes, the show is Rise and Shine Nigeria. What do? We talk about what is happening in the country. And today is a great day because a lot of people are celebrating. I don't know whether it is time to celebrate, whether it is time to weep, or it's time to be happy. In any case, it's time to live. And we live in Nigerians. Yes, so we live in there because Tinubu is 2 years in office, and so are most of our governors. And today, there's nothing wrong taking a look at what they have done. And I'm going to throw that question to every one of you out there. What do you think about Tinubu 2 years in office? It's a very important time because it's a time now because these 2 years in office, there's been some tremendous changes in the affairs of the country. And perhaps if we want to do some justice to this, we'll take a look at all aspects of the Nigerian state and see whether we have made progress or not. And we're going to be fair to Tinubu and we're going to be fair to ourselves, Nigerians. This is not a time to look at his face, not a time to look at our face, but a time to say the truth so that maybe together we can forge a way forward. Anyway, I have with me, Evelyn is right here in the studio in Asaba. Evelyn,
Good
good morning.
morning. Good morning,
Morning, how are
London.
you?
Good morning, Nigeria. I'm
Yes,
fine.
yes. So the good news is your president is 2 years in office, and so are your governors. I know you've been very happy with your governors. So my question remains is, what do you really think, sincerely think? Let's start with Tinubu. Of Tinubu 2 years in office.
President Tinubu, with his 2 years in tenure, he has actually, in his administration, brought up he has taken this bold step in economic reforms. But at the end of the day, it doesn't end well. It doesn't go well. Should we talk about him trying to eliminate this fuel subsidy? But at the end, price of petrol rather, it increased the price of fuel. And he's talking about reforming the security of the states, but at the end we are still having issue of kidnapping, banditry, and all that is still going on. So all the areas he has been saying he's trying to reform and touch, when he begins with it, but at the end of the day it always goes south. There are so many areas he has tried to reform to be able to help the economy of the state, but at the end it always goes south. So like 84% of the citizens, their against is coming back. They are not
Yes.
satisfied at all with his 10 or the 2 years. So I don't see any reason why we should even be celebrating that much. Though he took the bold step to want to reform the economy, but at the end there's always issue.
Yeah,
Issue.
and these two things it really tried to, I think, three important successes of Tinubu's government. It was one, the subsidy removal. That's something I was looking for. It was a brave step. He did it. And then another good thing Tinubu did, which is true, which is the unifying exchange rate. Because in those days, some people were just taking advantage of the government rate and the black market rate, which was wrong. Tinubu tried to correct that. And the most important one he did for me was the tax reform, trying to boost revenue through but like you rightly said, where are the results? The result has been really, really poor. The If you look at Nigerian inflation, is on the high side. The naira has depreciated so badly. I've never seen any time in Nigerian history when we thought, oh, naira will be 1,000 to the dollar. We thought it's a thing of the past, but actually it's not. Inflation in Nigeria today is more than 33%. It's about 40%, to be honest. The naira, when Tinubu came to office, naira was still 800 and something, and we're crying. Today is 2,000 something to the pounds. And it's a shame. And then the high cost of living, people can't even buy food. There's no food.
Yeah.
And sometimes I wonder what is economic reform? What economic policies are they doing? There's no implementation. Like you rightly said, you might take some post step, but Tinubu, we can't see it. 2 years down the line, Nigerians still don't have food. That is the most shameful part of it. You see, for me, I will start like a layman, who I am. I will start very low. I'll say, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put food on the table of every Nigerian, and we're all gonna do that together. It costs nothing. Tinubu was just about to borrow about 40 trillion naira now. If that money is borrowed and pumped into agriculture, young lady, do you know if every state in the country we have a trillion naira spent in agriculture, where we will be? Just only farming. You will be selling food to the rest of Africa. Only, and it doesn't take a lot of time. See, there's no amount of cassava we will produce in Nigeria today that China will not consume. China will buy all. Because cassava is something you can use for everything. Now we need gari in Nigeria. We need cassava for pharmaceutical company. Name it. How can you farm cassava and you say you don't have where to sell it? But how can you have all that land and all these people and you cannot plant cassava? That's the thing I'm worried about. And now no food on the table. People can't buy gari. Because from that cassava you can make fufu. You can make a lot of things, right? We eat starch. So cassava comes with a lot of things. Even the cassava leaf, if you are in Sierra Leone, cassava leaf is the best vegetable. I know Nigerians don't eat it. Well, I grew up in Urobo area where we didn't eat cassava leaf. But if you go to some part of Africa, cassava leaf is the best leaf, the best vegetable they
Yeah,
eat.
they eat it in Ghana. They eat it in
Is that
Ghana.
right? As vegetable, right? I don't know why
Yes.
Nigerians are not eating it. Can you imagine, Emily? You understand? So cassava in all, every part of the cassava is useful. You can plant the stem again. You can eat the vegetable. The fruit is what we're talking about now. Even the skin. There's nothing you don't make from cassava. What stopped Nigerians from planting cassava? I know this child is too much. Now we don't have food on the table. Because the first thing a person want to eat is a swallow, based on our culture. You have enough gari. With small soup, you don't eat finish. You don't make plenty gari. You get small soup, person don't be tired. You understand? Small soup, which you can continue to eat. Listen, I eat a bowl of soup 5 times sometimes. Me, because I can't finish much. But I need plenty about that. So I can't even.
Okay, it's because you're alone now. That's why. Come to
In a way,
Nigeria, one family, you have about 10 members of the family. They can't they can't make do with just one bowl, one pot of even soup
I
in a
understand.
day.
I understand. But anyway, for those
It's
of you
more tougher
praising
here.
Tinubu, yes, on the economic side of things, Tinubu, you did well by trying to do removing the oil subsidies, which one would have expected that as you remove that subsidy, we're going to have more petroleum. The money will be put into the industry. You understand? We produce oil. We've not been able to refine the one we're going to use. If Dangote, I keep saying it, Ebony, if Dangote cannot have a refinery that is functioning, is it not a shame on the government of Nigeria not to have a functioning refinery? And let's forget about the federal government. What about the states that actually own this oil? Who stopped them from having their own refineries? I keep saying, oh, will it be out of place? Because we're going to come to your own state now, where you are now, Delta State. Will it be out of place if Delta State have a refinery? That wicked that is misbehaving, thinking that he's playing politics, it be in his blind state. Will it be out of place if River State have a refinery? Their own. I'm not talking of the federal government refinery, not the Port Harcourt refinery. The refinery owned by the state to make money for the state. Must you wait for federal government allocation every month? What is going on, my people? Must we wait for the federal government allocation every month to survive? The narrative has not changed over the years. And it boils down to one thing. Tinubu, your economic policy is a total failure. And Evelyn, you mentioned another important area, which I don't want to even talk about. Those of you in Delta State, too, you've been celebrating. Let's take a look at Delta a little bit before we move. All right? I know you've been saying that your governor is performing. I don't know about that, but I want to congratulate him because a lot of people seem to like him. But the question is he really performing? What has he done? He constructed roads, right? What else?
Infrastructure. They're talking about building bridges, the roads, go to the Warri, they will do bridge, the
There's no
road from
school.
Mugeni to Asaba. And the most exciting thing to commend him for so many of these projects, they are almost completed. It's not like some other government that they will do it halfway for the next person who is coming to power.
All right, that's true.
Comment.
Like I said, Oborioni, I
Comment.
look at him, I look at the man. He's somebody that wants to work. He means well.
Yes.
But having the capability to do it is another thing. Having the know-how to do it is another thing. You see, and that, perhaps that's the problem. A little bit, there's lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge. The intention is good, and I have to give him credit for that. But maybe the people around him are not really helping matters. They are clapping for him in a very wrong way. What, how can you come into a state as big, as viable as Delta State? Delta State is equal to, is a mini Nigeria. Delta State will be richer than Kenya.
The big hats.
Delta State is richer than most of the African states. Only Delta State. I'm not talking of Nigeria. Only Delta State. If you go into agriculture in Delta State, if Delta State own their own refinery, if we have our own Delta airline, you understand? If Delta have a bank, in fact, Delta hotel, Delta, oh, you know, in the course of trying to work for the Yoruba nation, I'm going to say this again. I come up with something called the Yoruba Commonwealth. In that process, I created up to 13 brands for the Yoruba nation. I talk about Yoruba Bank. There's nothing wrong if Delta State have a bank. Yoruba Airline, there's nothing wrong if Delta State have an airline. Yoruba Hotel, there's nothing if you have Delta Hotels. You know, in those days, Evelyn, you were not born then. All these things I'm mentioning now were there. We do have Bendel Insurance. If we have our own insurance company, none does this new current administration do. All they do is build schools and universities. But Mali said they are graduating thieves and murderers. Because this is not, you don't even, and the education has not been well reformed. The government is spending money to pay teachers who don't care, who just go there to take our daughters, abuse our boys. That's what they do. And who is going to be blamed now? Now everywhere is war. You're going to blame the street boy on the streets kidnapping people. Yes, it's easy to blame them. But what have we all do? What have we all done to contribute to all this? You can see a small boy growing up today can see in his village that the only way to get out of poverty is to be a tout to a politician. Maybe if you are lucky, they will give you'll be among the one that will get the scholarship. Why the rest are dying, you know? They'll tell me, oh, somebody have gone 7 scholarship. Out of how many? You see, that is the kind of blind policy we do. But from the member of the House of Assembly, some of them are even sleeping. They don't go there. They don't know what they're doing. And the one representing my place has not made a statement since he got to that house. I don't know the guy who's representing Etiop West in Delta State. They said he has not said a word in that house since he got there. If not lie, tell us the policy when you don't bring to House of Assembly. Then you go to, these are lawmakers wasting our money from the local council down to the state, down to the state, to the federal. Waste of money, waste of our resources. What do? They do some cheap empowerment. You see them buying bikes, vehicles, say that they give them out. That the only means of transport in Ughelli, that's what they were telling me, is bike. Are you not sick people? Is bike a safe means of transport? Riding bicycle, riding bike, is it safe? Is it something to encourage? People are doing it because there's no option, because you have failed, and you are encouraging it because you are buying more bikes. This is a country that is as rich as Dubai. Go to Dubai, you see what we can do in there. And it's like, you know, in the city of the blind, a man with an eye is a king. Where you have a lot of blind people, if you get one eye, you'll be king, because now you they see. The rest people not they see. That's exactly what it is. At the end of the day, they are all poor people. Financially, this is what it boils down to. Financially, we are very poor people compared to what we could be. If in Nigeria, if Tinubu can understand how much Nigeria should be earning, or how much our yearly budget should be, Kai, Holland is not even as big as Niger State. Holland generates 100 billion from agricultural export dollars. Imagine if Nigeria, how much we would sell in agri produce, organic, if we all go into agriculture to the rest of the world. Without oil, that is one big money already. Then oil is adding some value to it. Then gold we have in Zamfara. They've been telling me, if you talk about this security now, you know it is in Zamfara. Zamfara is a bloody rich state. If not richer than Delta State. And oil, all the Niger area put together. But they're killing them there. Some stupid man who call himself a Muslim, who is an Hausa man, who is, of course, a military man, is the one taking lives just to get the gold. Imagine if Nigeria were getting money from gold, getting money from, you see, oh, the last time I analyzed the mineral resources here, we will get down to Ondo State. Ondo State had the highest deposit of that counter. I just want you to do the word for it. You understand? You know, that they used to make roads. Young woman, at the end of the day, you know how much we'll be making from that alone. We try to produce steel in Nigeria because we have the resources to produce the steel. But instead, we're going to import the steel. Well, we can go get our own steel, which is on the ground there. That is how much we have starved the country. We are now in a state of mess. Total mess. Not because we are not rich, but because we choose to be poor. And here we are today.
And Nigeria has actually gone widely recognized, even through our music. Go online, you see the Western world. They enjoy more of our music than any other African country. But if we want support,
is nice. You see, when the boys, if you can imagine the kind of melody these kids are rolling out. You understand?
Yes.
You can't help it. You know, I was just listening this morning. I was listening to this new song now, which is like a Christian song. I can't go back. You understand? No. In fact, it's so good. There's this little tiny woman that is giving all the dance. When I just look at her, I say, oh, what a daughter. You understand? And it's so much joy. So much joy. That's no matter what it is, there's so much joy in Nigeria. In fact, if you guys understand that you guys are living in a more saner world than what we do here.
Since our music is going globally like that, there are other things that can
Nigerian movies. Hollywood is going to be worried. By the time we improve our technology, Hollywood will be sent off. By the time our music, our movies can attain some level of technical qualities, which is not far. Because young kids trained around the world are going home to help Hollywood. We will have the best movie industry in the world. And in case you miss the news, Hollywood generates 1/4 of American economy, the biggest economy in the world. 1/4 is coming from only movies. Now we have music, Burna Boy, Davido. They should not stay elsewhere. They should stay in Nigeria. In fact, it should be a law that if you are that big, you cannot go out of the country and stay. You must stay here. You understand? Because we cannot afford to let Davido stay in the US. He must stay home. They must stay at home. Because this, oh God, people should be coming home. Okay, the church is not, if it is the only thing we can sell to the rest of the world, because that's the only thing Nigeria can do now. Sell church, lies, oh, I don't care right now, because you're liars, you pastors, you're liars. But you're selling it well to the rest of the world. Okay, let them bring money in, because we don't have any factory outside. If they tell you how many Indian companies that are in Nigeria, you will cry. Do we have anyone in India? Do we have a Nigerian company in India? I doubt it. I doubt if we have a Nigerian company in India. Do we have a Nigerian company in the United Kingdom? I'm talking of multinational companies. The way Dangote is making mad Show me what Dangote have in the UK that is making him money. Nobody stopped Dangote from making money here. I keep saying it. You understand? If somebody will come here today, because in UK is a land of opportunity, big. If you open just supermarket that can rival Asda, people will be going there to shop. There are a lot of people from all over the world. They don't care. They just want to buy some cheap things. And most of the food they're selling for us here, they're actually coming from around the world. Open your own shop and make money for Nigeria. And we couldn't even open the one. It's South Africa that is selling food for us. What do you call it now? ShopRite. That's the company you have to sell supermarket you have. ShopRite. All these are big boys when they make mouth. Say they open eye where. They don't feel open better supermarkets for Nigeria. Now South Africa come they sell our food to us. Nigeria will make movies. Netflix will sell the same movie to us. Or Amazon will sell it to us. Otherwise, we go to YouTube and Facebook like you see me now. What a shame. Tinubu should be ashamed of himself. We don't have a country yet. With all the potential, Tinubu is sleeping. And this is what I'm saying. If Tinubu really want to work, he's too old anyway. I don't see him. Because I woke up this morning very tired. I don't expect his age to be able to do it. I tell you, the man is on drugs. I took my drug this morning. These are people that are now surviving on drugs. Then, Evelyn, there's no way you get to that age and you don't take your drug in the morning. You're not going to see the road. See, you use eyeglass now. Evelyn, wear your eyeglass. I know they see you now. I don't remove my glasses. I know they see you. I can't see. The eyes is open, but I can't see. That is what comes with age. When they say, Papa, don't do this, it's not a joke. There are certain things you cannot do.
If not for power and money, why will somebody with health challenge see pushing? See forcing if he's not making any
what is he going to do with the money?
Gain.
What is he going to do with the money? What is he going to do with the money? Evelyn, when we were younger, now they look for the kind of money. The money you used to take women, the money you used to do certain things. How many women if you take? If you take to kind get enter bedroom now, you go die, come back. You go whine in waste now, Baba go no say not be today. All these are our young girls. You get what they want to tell me one day. He said, but all these guys they're brave, they're brave. He said, you don't know the man head condition, he cannot enter hotel room. That's it. He said, not be the man they carry get enter hotel room. He said the guy carry the old man enter hotel room. And what did they find? I see that. So that guy they carry us enter room now. If you not take that, they will pay you there with serious whining. You can't wonder to this. So it's not they are not of the age where they can actually perform that great thing they are thinking of. So what is disturbing them? Good to have Mary on the platform right now. I don't know what's going on in a finally Abuja is now a disappointment. Anyway, how are you, Mary?
Hi, good morning, Daddy, please.
Morning. Are you okay?
Good morning, evening. Can you hear me?
Good morning,
we can hear you.
Yes, can hear you.
Is it because I'm here today that you feel your system is so bad? Yesterday you guys were having your show. Anyway, we're looking at the 2 years of Tinubu in office. We've taken a look at the economy and look at all the potentials in the economy. For those of them that think that I'm just talking, I want to drive your attention to all sectors of the Nigerian economy. They have all failed. Now, the oil sector has failed. The agri sector has failed. Not that we don't have ministries. So. The creative sectors have failed. Not that we don't have ministry for it. They'll tell me, you understand? So I'm counting them. The finance sector has failed. You know how much Nigeria will be generating from tax alone? You understand? And only financial institutions. It has failed. So when you think about, and if I begin to analyze, I don't want to go into that today, how much these sectors make for the British economy or for the UK economy, you'll be confused. So all that we hear in Nigeria is oil, which is a small, tiny element of our minerals. Oil is very tiny. Like I said, the amount of mineral deposits in Nigeria, you have the days of the coal in many states, Enugu. Igbo man, don't forget, say they get this thing. Then they see they run now for oil. You see, I was taking a look at this. I was just taking a look. I'm going to come to that. Maybe as we go on. I saw what the governor of Abia State has done. The man is actually turning Abia into a place where you now make clothes. With what I saw there, I cannot actually negotiate a deal on fashion. You know, Mary, in part of this fashion week, I'm writing a letter straight to Abia State. Because they've already set up to supply clothes to big companies here in the UK. What they need now is contract. Because what he has done is he has set up this skill empowerment, I think, in how many local governments? You understand? Which is now, and if you see the kind of machines we're talking about there, go and look at the one in Delta State. They will some machine finish. You know the kind of machine that they give them? Only days machine that they give you for Delta State. Go and see the one in Abia State. This is the same Nigeria. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that if Abia concentrate on what they're doing, only clothing, they don't need to do more. Clothing and maybe shoes. There's enough. And we now make clothes and supply to the rest of the world. Mary, the shirt I'm wearing, this one I'm wearing inside, it's not made in England. This suit maybe. My tie is not here. So if you see my pants, everything I wear here, my shoe, it's not made here. They are supplying them, and this is a huge market. Don't mention America. How many of the Nigerian products can get here? At least the clothes, Nigerian clothes should dominate.
The Western world is even appreciating. The Western world is appreciating us because of this thing is rampant now. That this interracial marriage and all that. So they are more interested in our food, even our clothing.
Because we don't go against that. But what we are even saying is, if you see the akara, they can dress Nigerian woman without now big hips and come wear high heel. If you walk out street of London, they will ask you, where did you do it? The white girls want to wear it. You understand? So any clothes you wear, any clothes you make, you have to do exhibition for it. That's why they have fashion shows all over the world. You understand? Yeah. Nigeria are in a position to rule the world with our fabrics. But where are we? Now, the governor of Abia State is thinking in the right direction. With what he has, it's no more time for governor to just use that for empowering people. Governor of Abia State, you should turn that to be a source of revenue for the state. You see, where are the best? All they think is, I want to empower people. Stupid. Do it and make money for the state. You'll be building all these factories. If the governor has had the mindset that I'm going to do this, and in the next 2 years, I'm going to be generating a daily 1 billion from export. You know what? Now what do they find? They find you. It will now buy more of those machines, gather more training, and go around the world and look for where he can sell those clothes. Sometimes it's t-shirts. Listen, there's a company called Primark in London. I'm talking now. They know what I'm saying. Primark sell all the junks. There's no clothes you will not sell in London as long as it's cheap. And guess what? Our cost of production is so low that you can, if you take it here, you'll be making profit 10 times. Now, what will stop the governor of Abia State? He has started where I saw the thing he's doing. It's a little bit higher than what we see in Delta. In Delta, they will finish, they will buy one machine, those olden days machine. Give them one generator, may they go die. But Abia has come with this industrial scale. I saw it and I was impressed. I think I shared the video with you guys. I thought I was going to have that show tomorrow. I don't know I'll be here today. So, thinking at this level, I can say, okay, if we improve on that, then Abia State, maybe their source of income will not be oil, will not be agric, it will be export of fabrics within and outside the country. We need to concentrate on things like that. Tinubu is celebrating. Now I ask, if a state is thinking along this line, imagine if Nigeria begin to do that. Maybe, do you know that The amount of shoe factories, we have one even in Asaba where you are in those days. Shoe, where they make shoes. The Northerners are good at making shoes. You'll be surprised that when you begin to tap on this potential, we have leaders that can turn to shoes. And we'll be selling the best shoes to the rest of the world. The one I'm hearing is from Mark and Spencer this morning. You understand? So maybe Mark and Spencer is looking for product to sell. They don't care where it comes from. Provided it sell. I put anything in my market and sell. People are going to China to buy product to sell. If you don't get this thing, you know the funniest thing I saw now, my girl is coming, it must have arrived China, is coming from China today. She went to buy hair, not to my woman hair. Let go buy there. The women hair go buy for China. Now they won't sell
They make a lot of, they make a lot of money from me. So maybe when she's back, she had to market it. And you see most of her contacts with buying and all of that.
They're already
it's not
buying.
the kind of business that, yes, you make money
They're
from
already
it.
buying. And you can imagine, but the question is, how much are we making? When I asked you 2 years down the line, how much are we making from this one? What I saw, this is what I'm seeing now. I'm saying what I have seen. With what I have saw in Abia State, we can be exporting if Nigerian government comes into that. And maybe one state. I don't think the federal government have a problem. If I'm the federal government, I will be doing state-federal relationship, partnership in some businesses. I will look at where you are good. Like you see now, Abia have what? They have these textile now. I will pump 2 trillion to bring in the best machine, bring in the resources, and we'll begin to manufacture those things in Abia. And I will look at Niger State. Niger State, you know what you have? You guys have the best land to farm. You know what? I will pump money into cassava or maybe yam. Or then you look at the food basket of the nation. They are there. Maybe the federal government must work with the state. And before you know, then the federal government will have enough time to send us to do. Now, when you talk of infrastructural development, which is one of those things we'll be looking at, the government will be making money with it. Tell me how much housing has Tinubu government completed that they have sold. Nigerians abroad are looking for houses to buy in Nigeria. Nigerians in Nigeria are looking for houses to buy. If the federal government just start to produce those ones now, when private people they do, maybe who they buy them? One of the best business in Nigeria is real estate. Who they buy them, not be who they buy them. So if the federal government build house, will not go back.
Yeah.
So what stop them?
Sure, we will.
No, what stop the federal government from building houses and say to us? Oh, it's private business, right? You see, this is the problem. Because the federal government does not care where the money comes from. They know they're going to get oil.
They wanted to sign phone for himself now. Federal government want to start selling that one.
That one is a fool.
So they know that it's a good business.
Yeah, it's a big fool. Anyway, that is a big fool. So what we're saying is that in terms of economy alone, do you want to look at sports? Maybe only sports will make Nigeria.
Would have been giving Nigeria a whole lot of money because there's money in it.
Oh my God! Only television content alone. Listen, Premiership making money from when I say they make 6 billion every year, most of them are television rights. Not be people when they pay enter stadium alone. Not be sponsored. They don't. You know how much they pay footballers, but they're making a lot of money from television rights. If you just play football in Nigeria, you film it and you show it, Nigerians will be watching it. The rest of the world will be watching it. Where are we getting it wrong? Say now, all the dead stadium, you now encourage people to either do football first, but we'll start with football. Say there is a very strong league in Nigeria. Hey, you know how many people, all African countries will be coming to play football in Nigeria. Because we'll be paying them well. We'll be making a lot of money. Sponsorship will come because every person when he manufacture anything wants visibility. Football will give you that visibility. As they play the ball, they wear your shirt. You know, see what is Emirates. Emirates don't buy over Arsenal. You see they wear one shirt, Emirates. You understand? That is their own. When you see Chelsea, you go see one shirt they wear. All the brand want to associate with these clubs because visibility. Visibility. You can't be playing football and you don't have visibility. And the companies are looking for visibility, they will pay. And where is it? Where is the television business dead? Where is the television business dead in Nigeria? When we have stadium wasting, Tinubu is celebrating 2 years in office, that's why I'm angry. And you people are celebrating him. When all aspects of our economy is dead. Let's take a look at our security, because maybe we're spending too much time on this now. All Tinubu brought to us, as like I said, I commend you for being so brave to say oil subsidy should go, because this is the blind government we have all around. Oil subsidy. Is oil subsidy the only problem? Oil subsidy is good. Remove it. It's because all of you are putting, every president of Nigeria will become the minister of petroleum. Started with Buhari. Now that petroleum, now you know. So Buhari don't get any product from a village. Now petroleum, when he day here, now they look for. Do you know what is in Katsina that can make Nigeria rich? A lot. The man is not looking at that. He's blind. The same thing with Tinubu. Tinubu, there was no oil. There was no petroleum in Lagos when you were governing Lagos. What happened to you? Are you dead? You were making money in Lagos. Do you know how much people will make without oil? Why we so focus on oil, which is a very small money? And here people are happy for him. Tinubu, 2 years in office. In fact, if this one I talk now, if not be here, if they come online now, they go abuse me, die. You're not abusing me, you're abusing your generation, because your generation are the ones suffering. Actually, I'm not going to suffer before I die. I'm not going to ever hungry before I go die. So the man talking here can never be hungry before he will die. It's your people that will suffer it. Keep praising him. When you die of hunger, there's no single reason why we are suffering, why we're the economic starvation.
The people that are praising him are those benefiting.
They are not really benefiting.
Benefiting in one way or the other.
They're not benefiting, they are blind. If you know, now, a boy in Delta State given an appointment to receive 250,000 naira, he thinks he's in a power. He's a fool. Do you know how much you are entitled to if you get a good job and begin to work? You'll be making a minimum of 2 million a month. Somebody gave you some blind appointment and you're getting 250,000 naira, you're the president. You're stupid. How can I help you? I cannot, because I don't know. I don't think how you think. I don't understand it. It's beyond my understanding. So this is where we are. Now they think they are very smart. So we have problem all through. Let's look at security. Tinubu security campaign is a very interesting one. Now there is a slight reduction, because to be honest, I think kidnapping has gone down a little. Is it not?
Amnesty International has recorded almost 10,000 deaths since Tinubu took office. 10,000. So what are we celebrating there? There's still cases of kidnapping.
Yes.
There's still cases of kidnapping and banditry going on in the country. And there was a report that came the past week that all those bandits, they are more armed than even our own military. They have bigger and powerful ammunition than our own military. So what are we celebrating?
No, 2 years in office, the man has done well. And they're going to be hating me for saying the truth. See, yes, like you said, the banditry and terrorism in Zamfara, Niger State and Kaduna, and that is where the oil is, the gold. If you see the gold, then that's where they flow from that area, from that Zamfara, go reach Niger, go reach Kaduna. If they tell you the amount of gold deposit in this area, of course, the federal government does not even understand it, so they are not investing in it. Now, Chinese people, they come there, they come take our gold. Every day, they are shipping gold out of Nigeria. The federal government is not aware. They are only busy looking at oil, small money. There's more money in gold than in oil. But they don't know.
The Chinese cannot just have access to come in and dig our gold and go if there is no backing.
You didn't hear what Oshomole said? Oshomole said some of our ex-military men, they're the one doing it with the Chinese people. So we've sold that one. We sold our birthright. In that way, you can't blame the Chinese for coming to do it. But again, this is the problem. Whatever we say here, I think our major problem is the federal government does not even understand how much they can make from that. If they know how much they can make from gold, they would have been more on it. Now, because anywhere, there's somebody said the word to me that is quite funny when I was discussing with this mining area. They said anywhere there is banditry in Nigeria, go and look at it well. There is heavy mineral deposit in that place. Zamfara is the most insecure state in Nigeria. That's where you have the highest number of deposit of gold. The highest deposit of gold is in Zamfara state. Kaduna, they have their own deposit. You cannot have peace there. Go to Niger. Niger, if they tell you only what Niger has alone, only Niger state is bigger than some. I said, you don't understand. People don't understand what is in Niger. Niger state is bigger than the whole of the southeast. Only the landmark of Niger state. If you put Anambra, Imo, Enugu, Ebonyi, what will be the last one? If you put the 5 states together, Niger state big past them. That's what we're talking about. When we say Niger, we don't understand it. That is how big it is. What are we doing with it? If now only farm serve, come on, Tinubu, you follow.
I was still importing rice.
Why we're not going to import rice? You see, like now, you can see the amount of people dying from Boko Haram. Boko Haram, there'll be problem. The rising crime in Lagos alone. You can't move around in Delta State. If you work out anyhow, maybe if I call now, they will say, don't go here, don't go here, don't go here. They begin to tell you how to move in your own land. Can you imagine that you cannot even move around in your own country? What's your offense? The question I ask Nigerians is, what's your offense that you cannot move around? That you could be kidnapped any minute? These are difficult questions that we need to ask. What is my offense for coming from Nigeria just to go around the place and get kidnapped? If I don't have the money to pay, they kill me. Is that something we should be talking about today in the 21st century? That you could be kidnapped and killed? For what? We are celebrating. We need to be worried. We need to be worried. And these are the things that comes to mind when we see this kind of wahala. It's a big challenge. It's a big one. It's a big one. So security, Tinubu, and we're looking at Tinubu government too, because I don't think we have time to look at all of them, but at least we look at security, we look at that. Let's talk about the infrastructure. What did you think we'll be happy with? I think the Lagos Calabar Road is a very good one. Right? So we have to rate him well for that. Right? I'm wondering though, anyway, infrastructure is infrastructure, so if you can implement it.
When he spoke at the House of Assembly, he mentioned about 46 projects that is embarking on, those that are already ongoing, that is almost completed, and those that are going to be commissioned soon. So I feel, as he says these things, we see them. We see it happening, because if you go to Warri, if you go to Ugeli, the Otowodo Road and all that, the potholes, there are so many roads he has been fixing. And I feel with infrastructure, he's actually trying his best. He's doing a lot with infrastructure, both bridges.
Yes. And I really want to commend him for that as well. The question I ask is, where is the money to maintain the roads? Where is the money to maintain this infrastructure? Where is the money going to come from? Mary,
do they care about the maintenance, or
not two of you?
all this is not for publicity? You see people putting them to fix road. I really don't rate people when they fix road, because they fix those roads and it takes good life. And when it gets spoiled, nobody to fix it. So let's say maybe when the next person comes in, the person will start with maintenance. But no, it is not maintenance. That person will not want to work on their own. What the person will want to do is to do his own project so that you see what he has done. Nobody will want to come and say they want to start fixing whatever the past governor or president, right? Maybe a road that had potholes. No, that's not what they put their energy on. They put their energy on new projects, because you need to rate them based on what they do. You can't rate them based on trying to fix another person's past project. So just like what we said, we have a lot of pressing issues in Nigeria that these people need to put their energy on. It's not every year people comes in and start fixing road. When we have serious security issues, that is not just in the, it is not even in the federal level, serious insecurity issues in the state. I wish the state governors can come together the way Zulum is crying. Every other state governor will come together and cry this way and put their heads together with the way they are putting their heads together to fix road. Definitely they'll fight these insecurity issues. We have passed that stage now in Nigeria where people want to rejoice over infrastructure, or people want to start getting happy or being so joyful that they are praising somebody for infrastructure. We have passed that stage because the blood of people, the wasted souls that have gone in these past years. Let's begin to tell ourselves the truth. They need to start putting their effort in trying to tackle these insecurity issues in every other state. States has same issues. I think even yesterday, Benue State, in Makurdi, they were attacking and all of that. So can we just start talking about the one that is bothering on the people so that people can travel freely? You are fixing road that people cannot travel freely on because of kidnapping and killing. So at what point is it? That's it.
And people that are even doing their own private farming, they are even scared to go to their own farm because we get reports of herdsmen and all that. So they can't even make any produce from their farming because they are not safe. You can't come out of your own house anymore because. So I don't see the reason why we are celebrating 2 years. The governors are celebrating 2 years. Presidents are celebrating 2 years. And all the reports I keep seeing is roads, infrastructure, building bridges, and all that. What about the security? What are we doing about it?
And if you check your volume on your mic, maybe it's muted. Your voice is not coming out.
Yes. I said Delta State, they went to church to celebrate a night of praise in Delta State.
The one that pay me more is when they finish, they'll now give some kind poor people phone and microphone to start telling them how the governor is free, has free hand, how the governor used to chop by chop. What kind of nonsense is that one? Is that what we are talking about? Exactly. The food that they will give you that will not last up to 1 month in your house. What kind of mentality does our Nigerian people have? Because they feed you, they give you wrapper, they give you spaghetti to go eat your house, they are coming out to carry microphone and be talking trash that the governor will try, they're feeding you. Can't you talk about how you'll be making this food by yourself? How you can be getting it on your own? You can't go to the farm because of insecurity, and they give you one mudu of rice and you're happy carrying microphone to talk rubbish. That is why the poverty will not stop. Is that how other Western countries behave? That's not how they behave. Let's tell ourselves the truth. This nonsense strategy they're doing in Nigeria is rubbish. That is it to me. I cannot come and start praising anybody for fixing road and giving people. You see those poor people that they used to give food, they'll go and be sharing wrappers. So that's what is paining me more. Anytime I see them on interview talking about how they gave their wrapper, how they gave their yam, that one is paining me. You people don't know that they're putting you into poverty more and more. You are collecting that here. How many months will those rubbish feed you? How many months will this sort the issues in your family?
Oh yeah. Tell me, what is this one? Tell me how this one is. This Tanita security praising Tinubu. What can you say? Is he not praising Tinubu because he's getting money from Tinubu? Tinubu and his best friend. Are they best friends? They hate each other probably. But for the purpose of the small money coming, 4 billion coming to my account every month, I will praise the man. I will praise him forever. There's a good song they play, they're singing now. And that is one of the best songs I've seen this year. No. You understand? It's too late to go. No. I can't go back.
No matter the achievement they are celebrating in these years, no matter that, if they like, let all the newspaper start to list all the achievements. As long as people keep dying, in their own homes, their communities, they keep invading all the communities and killing people. I see no achievement here that people are celebrating. It's not worth it.
Do we have it? Is there achievement to celebrate? If you ask Tinubu, what are you celebrating? Delta State said it's celebrating roads. Then I reminded Delta State, even when I had the issue with Abia, the one I saw, empowerment. It annoys me. You know why? Maybe? Abia, but Abia is on the right track, but it's annoying too. Not all of them are blind.
No, that is when other people are not working. The small one that is working, you praise that one. It's when it comes to the eastern region. Maybe among all those governors we have in the east, this is the one that we're even seeing his job. Apart from fixing road, people are now doing something tangible with their lives. So I think his own is even better.
No, you see, Mary, but the problem is this. This is why I said his own is better. When I saw the level of empowerment, because in Delta State they go buy you one, you know the kind of machine that they buy for people for Delta State. But go to that place, you will see it. But maybe that it need to be beyond this. Mr. Governor Abia, as a president, you know that decrease. You're doing better than the rest. So make you somebody with an eye, but open your two eyes, sir. With your two eyes open, you will see that if you start to produce those clothes and begin to export it to the rest of the world, and even in Nigeria, Abia State will be generating 100 trillion yearly from that product. You don't even need money from, you don't need money from oil money. You don't need it. Maybe imagine if Delta State, if our state, Delta State have 2 refineries, which will have money to do today. Nobody will not give our refinery crude oil to refine. Do you know how much Delta State will be making from oil alone? The same thing with River State. Do you know how much they will make? If Niger State, that fine boy, fine from nothing, if that boy could go into agriculture, he will be making more money than the rest of the country. From
no, the killing that is happening in his states. Instead of being to think of how to tackle it, he wants to start by cutting dreadlocks from. Is it dreadlock people that are killing people in the community?
I know that the religion blindness come inside. Religion come kill us.
All the hearing that they go, they finish a particular community. You tell me how many dreadlock people will go to a community and finish them. Like they make sure they kill everybody there. You're not looking for how you can solve
it. When they are going to reach here, you not see those people, they don't be a problem. Now dreadlock. The people when we know say they be Islamics, those terrorists they are going to be.
Anybody that is cool with this, you know that because you are a Nigerian. Let's think about this because these people are celebrating. That's why I'm even angry. Because you are a Nigerian. You died because you are in Nigeria, because you are in this country, yes. Or you had someone you know that died. Not because they are sick. No, not because they are sick, not because they have issues, because they're in their house, because they went to farm, because they're in that particular community. Let's say you know somebody, or you have a relative or a friend that is there that died, then you will not understand why I am talking this way. Not because I want to talk. I can sit down and not talk. But what are they celebrating? There are people that have known people that died. So if it has happened to somebody you know, you understand how painful it is. I know someone that said, where did you go to?
Some of these people are celebrating their benefiting from this government.
They are not.
There are majority of people that are complaining. They are complaining of bad government and all that. There are people who are benefiting. All some are celebrating for loyalty's sake.
Now loyalty, they are not celebrating because they are benefiting. The question is, what are they benefiting? I saw the people putting flyers now on Facebook. Then I saw the renewed more agenda. I see the person there. The person is probably on 300,000 naira a month. That is the empowerment. That's what he's coming on Facebook to do. Other than Facebook, he can't do anything. No. The next minute, he cannot even feed his family. Because 300,000 cannot, then they get 3 wives, you know that. Because they say the government. They can't feed the women. A man of that stage cannot. But he's praising. And that is the kind of people we see now. When you see the kind of, look at the person when he put flyer for Facebook, go look in picture. Go look the person praising whether I get food.
It was not on your morning show, on this morning show that one woman carried my, I like Governor because if he chop, I think I should slap her because I know that one self is suffering of hunger in her house.
Hungry,
chop, like I don't get all those ones in a white thing that they are giving to you. People are shouting.
You know what they chop? Oboriwo said they chop. Oboriwo said they chop. The truth is, how much is Oboriwo getting? Only only about 40 billion from federal government. It's not enough. Before you go pay contractor, pay teacher, pay this, the money don't finish. Oboriwori, if you want to help you, tell him to start making money. The possibility is too much in Delta State for you people to be poor. You people cannot understand what I'm saying.
You tell somebody price and just now what is happening now? Why are people dying in Jos? Say no, it's not at the town part though, it's the village part. Okay, people that are in the village part, they are not human beings. Okay, no, that should not worry, it's in the village part that are killing people. So people that are in the village part, it's not okay, they cannot afford to be in the town. So that in the village, you're telling me I should not worry, it's people that are in the village part. So it's only man that is in the village part. Do you see the mentality of Nigerians?
We couldn't attend the wedding.
We know that in the village part, but can't be alive. I was afraid. Human beings.
I was afraid to let Mary go to the wedding because I was saying, Mary, if you're not going, we'll send money, but you cannot go. You understand? You can imagine Mary for go there, if for stay hotel, some money for they spend for the state. You see the kind of rubbish that they rob themselves. You see, again, if they tell you what Plateau State.
No, you know what's in Nigeria? Any state that they are killing people, if something happens that you need to go to the state, they'll tell you, no, you are coming to the town now. It's in the village that are killing people. So what I don't understand is it not still human being that reside in that village? Because definitely everybody cannot be in the town. It's in the village. Hi.
They not be able to care for the lives of the people in the urban area. You feel it's the rural area, they will give that grace.
But again, that brings the question:
they
what is Tinubu celebrating? That there's no more kidnapping in Nigeria. That he has tackled insecurity in Nigeria.
They say President Tinubu administration has made. They say he has made significant strides in implementing economic reforms aimed at stabilizing the Nigeria's economy. But at the end, everything goes south as usual.
And in terms of security. In terms of security,
yes.
Who says so?
Even our currency.
Banditry and terrorism is at the highest level. Other than kidnapping, banditry are the same thing. Banditry, kidnapping. You see, Mary, and this.
No, maybe he's not aware. Everyone they keep people in Jos, he was not even in the country. That let's take it that he's not aware. When they keep people in Jos, that they were complaining that the president did not come to pay condolence to them. I'm not even sure he later went there because it's not in the news. So he was not in the country. So let's take it that he was not aware. He does not know about it.
It doesn't affect them directly. It doesn't affect their family member directly. They don't show concern about it. After all, is it my family member that was kidnapped? The people they kid, they feel, is it my family member? So what is my business?
Wow.
When did these people become so powerful? Like, when did they become so powerful that it's not looking like they're taking over?
But
how?
I think if you want to rate Tinubu, you have done well.
If this kidnapping that is happening is going around like a family one after the other, tell me, Mary, if they will take action.
They will. If they kidnap Tinubu's son, that your Shei, if they handle him, you go talk through just now. They only hand no go touch him. You understand? You see, the truth is, the victims are the poor people, and they're the one that will fight me. So yes. What can I do? Yeah, I'm talking now. Is the poor man even talking and angry with me? Not even the big ones. Nigerians say, no matter level you are all victims. As it is now, even if you're rich, you don't have peace to enjoy the money. I've never seen a country where people abroad, they have money, they can't come home because they are afraid. If I come now, I don't know where to stay that I will be able to sleep well. Nigeria is the best place to have fun, but can you have fun there? Can you have fun in the country? Will you be safe? A place where every child now is carry like is ready to take your life. Every child is ready to take your life. Not because of the child fault, because that is the system. That's what. Mary, you can keep blaming people. You can keep blaming Yahoo. In our time, Mary, there was a time the country was so bad that every one of us were running out of the country. That was how I traveled out of Nigeria. So there will be a trending thing. Maybe suppose are they home, are they when Yahoo, they have to do Yahoo. Because things will trend and people will have something to survive. You understand? And the kids are responding to a very bad situation. It's an ugly one, but there is a response to a bad situation. And until we begin to tell our leaders the truth, and you know the funniest thing, our people are even telling them the truth. They're celebrating it, they're clapping. Delta State was on a very beautiful church program. Now, church, now we won't go for this matter. What do one night praise? Delta State for church. If I talk, I say I don't talk.
Give it thanks.
Maybe because I don't bring church in. But at church, we will go for this matter. Oh God,
We are giving thanks to God for the successful 2 years.
Exactly. Please, I like you. We're going to praise the God for the successful 2 years. Let's go and pray. When we come back, we will take a look at other areas of the successes and the failures of Tinubu government. Don't forget, we'll not look at anti-corruption, we'll not look at foreign relations and our social welfare. What do you rate of the Tinubu's government? That is the question of the day. It's not about what I think, it's not about what I say, about what you do. How is the country feeding you? Are you safe? Do you have food on the table? Are you more proud of Nigeria now than before? These are questions we need to answer. Don't go away. When we come back, we'll be more on this today. We're not going anywhere. We are rating Tinubu, and because the only reason we come to the Delta State because it's my state, so I kind of drag the federal down to the local because everything is there. We are not so much on ground in other states. If we're on ground in Lagos, we'll be doing the same thing now. So this is what we can do. So we use Delta State as a reflection of the how it's affecting people on the grassroots, and then of course we are aware of the insecurity all across the country, and we don't need to be told, and you don't need to be told. Maybe like Mary said, because they've not kidnapped your family, or your family has not been killed in the course of all this, that's why you are still celebrating. If they don't kill your pikin, you go no. If your people, your family, have no home to be internally displaced in your own country, it's not as if we have war. Some people are internally displaced in Benue. Maybe I can't understand it. That I cannot stay in my house, so I run from my house in a country that there's no war, where there's a government. We have local government, we have state government, we have federal government. I am displaced. There's no government. Now, we don't care because it doesn't affect you, Abi. We're going to share one video with you when I come back. Which is a video we would have played long ago, but we'll play it today. Why we don't care? You know, we don't care because it doesn't concern us. But let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll start from that video. Don't get away, stay with us.
Nigeria Week London 2025. It's time to celebrate the pulse of Africa's most exciting nation. Nigeria Week London 2025 is coming to Hippodrome Theatre from July 24th to 26, 2025, showcasing the best in Nigerian arts, music, fashion, and investment opportunities. Whether you're looking to discover the future of real estate, explore Nigeria's culinary masterpieces, or get immersed in an electric Afrobeat performance, this is the event of the year. You can also join us for a film festival, cultural dance spectacles, and the recognition awards. Don't miss out on the business opportunities and cultural experiences waiting for you. Book your tickets now before they're gone on eventbrite.co.uk. Call or text +447 438 893 190 or 080 330 46768 or +447 459 071 747. Visit our website superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week London 2025. Nigeria Week London 2025, celebrating the best of Nigeria, is partnered with Civil Society, scaling up nutrition in Nigeria.
All right, welcome back, people. Welcome back. As I promised, let us first take a look at why probably you think you are safe or why it doesn't bother you. I have this interesting video which I think we should all take a look at. Let's take a look at it.
You there, second desk, blue jacket. What is your name?
My name is
I'm going to remove this and bring the video back. That is the only way to do it.
Please leave my lecture room. I don't want to see you.
Let's start this video from the very beginning. All right, this is a teacher in a classroom, and he's going to perform some action on a particular student in the classroom. Let's take a look at this.
You there, second desk at Blue Jacket. What is your name?
My name is Alexis.
Alexis, please leave my lecture room. I don't want to see you at one of my lectures ever again.
I don't understand.
I am not going to ask a second time. Thank you. Why are there laws? What are laws for? Anyone?
Social order?
To protect the person's personal rights.
So that you can rely on the government?
Justice? Thank you. Tell me, was I unfair to your classmate just now? Indeed I was. So, why didn't any of you protest? Why didn't any of you try and stop me? Why didn't you want to prevent this injustice? You see, I've just learnt you wouldn't have understood in 1,000 hours of lectures unless you lived it. You didn't say anything because you weren't affected yourself. And this attitude speaks against you and against life. You think it doesn't concern you, so it's none of your business. Well, I'm here to say, if you don't help bring about justice, then one day you too may experience injustice. And there will be nobody there to stand before you.
Message is loud and clear. You understand? Nigerians are not paying, they don't get enough, they don't rise in. You know, consign me at the wrong time. Carry my children and go inside room. We are safe. You don't know you are not safe because tomorrow it will be you. Today is the decrease. Look at, you can see when they cut my neck, fine. They will cut yours tomorrow. And nobody will be there for you. It's killing him. You see, sometimes I'm asking myself, imagine that your parents are displaced in Benue. If now your mama or your papa, let they drive from their land, how will you feel? Tinubu, if your parents are in Benue State and you're being kicked out of their home, how would you feel? We are not saying anything because it doesn't concern us. The next day, I don't know, and this is exactly what the guy was saying. Where do you people, what kind of church do you go to? What did the church teach you? Justice? When did Jesus Christ come to the world? Why did Prophet Muhammad, what was he saying about justice? A word that is free for every one of us. Now, like I always say, it's easy to blame those who are kidnapping people. I don't think like that. My own is, what must have they done to them that they've result to kidnapping? What are the causes of this kidnapping? If we don't try to solve the problem from that angle, you will say, oh, they're kidnapping people, let's go and kill them. It will never end. Somebody said to us that Western education is bad. That is the meaning of Boko Haram. Book harm you. That is book will harm you. But the same people say book will harm you, they're using mobile phone. They're using some of the Western stuff. The Western book, not every book. The Western education will harm you. That's what they believe. That's the book harm, Boko Haram. Book harm is the Western one. But the same people are using mobile phone. They're not communicating on social media. So it doesn't make sense. If I'm the government, I will be countering them with communication because I need to win the people's heart. You cannot win a war without propaganda. These guys are recruiting people on a daily basis because of the action of the government. If Tinubu Tinubu and his people, they enjoy. If they go abroad for treatment, whereas the children are dying, it's easy to recruit that child. If Tinubu is put himself in the same position with that child, they will not be able to recruit him. They say, no, my president is with me. But I know my president is not going to, my president does not treat himself in Nigeria. He treats himself abroad. His children will not school in Nigeria. His children are schooling abroad. Same at the governor, same at the local government. Who is my friend here? Maybe the Boko Haram people are my friend. I have to choose a friend now. I'm a child. Who will you follow, Mary? The government that is distant from you, that carried your resources to fly abroad, or the second man that gives you food. I'm sure the Boko Haram, they give them food. They entice them with something. Are you blaming the child for joining Boko Haram? Can you blame a child for joining the bad gang? Oh, Mary, yes, he says it to say, hey, no, I cannot follow you. I cannot be Yahoo boy. Fine. You grow up in a community, in my village today. If you don't belong to government, you're going to die of hunger. None of the government is this. This government, the fool, when it become local government chairman yesterday, when it become local councillor yesterday, it don't believe large. You are dying. You are still dying. Now, you see your old boys, when go carry a laptop, give you. Say, boy, they try your thing. Mugu fit for today. Would you use your laptop? These other people, they are alien to you, unless you join them. If you don't join the political class, which is not open to everybody, not everybody will see Bori for my place. So if you not do that class, which class you go belong? Not be the guy when they carry a laptop, they tell you say what they do, and he tries to reach ground. If they make money, who you go follow? I mean, you go sit down there die for hunger. Who sit down? It's against the human nature to die of hunger. You will try to survive by all means necessary. The language is by all means necessary. We will survive. The option the government has given to the young people is the most dangerous aspect of this. Now look at what Governor Oti is doing now. I'll leave Governor Oti alone, make I come to the Delta State. Look at the level of empowerment that is ongoing. And the people empower people, if you see them, their children are abroad. Their house is not only in Nigeria. If you see the mansion they stay, they call them the village home. If you go to the village home, maybe, hey, these guys are like semi-god. And everybody comes be down for them every day. Don't beg food when they will take. They'll come give them rice. They'll come clap for her. Honorable. You get one. I want to heal me for my place. If you share for that, you don't go. They share. Then they clap. I say, see these fools. Where did the fool get that money? That is sharing.
They should stop giving them only rice, so they should put ingredients. They should put tomato, they should put Maggi, onions, everything and cook it. They should stop giving them only rice. Only rice should not be enough. Ingredients should be among.
How many times they will eat the rice? How many times are they going to
our own pattern of getting people to like us is funny.
No, even like, no, Mary. If like who they look for Achawo, not be even real girlfriend. If they look for real girlfriend, you know, go try with that one. Now, only Achawo, you don't pay that money once you go do them, you will go. If real girlfriend, you go, they give them better thing when they go take survive.
They will put their picture in the bag of rice.
No. The other one when I see for my village, they go share books. No, Emily, they go share books. My local government chairman and the former councillor, thank God they don't come out. You go share books for children for primary school. If you see the book, they write their photo, they put their photo, come put and come go share for children. If you go see where the children they sit down, they go class, whether they share the books. So if you see the classroom, if you see the classrooms, maybe if you see the classrooms, go to my place as politically exposed as we are. Go to the classrooms in Ogara. Where children study in Ogara. I got a guess.
You see five students sitting in one desk, small desk like this. 5 to 6 people, one desk. Sometimes the desks are not enough for the students. Some will sit on the floor. Some of them take chairs from their home. You see a child going to school, carry stool from the house in this current state, this advanced age. We're even talking about the urban area, and people are still complaining in this urban area that things are not working. What of those in the rural area? Should you talk
That's
about
what I'm
those in the
saying. They are
villages?
suffering.
Mary,
We know
they are
them to
still,
be people that survive through food. People that survive through their
and
farm
they can't
product, they
even go
are
to their own farms.
very.
Some of them are
When they come
surviving
out
from their
to
farming.
people that are in the urban area, you get, so people in the urban area, they don't farm. Maybe white collar jobs, they do business. They are the ones that these rural area people will sell to. Then you're not still killing those ones in the rural area. How? You are not killing them so how can they cope? And that's why things are so
Mary,
expensive.
do you know there are still children in this age, in this time, that have not even seen light before? Like they've seen bulb, or they'll say, what is this bulb? It generates light, but they've never seen light.
And you know that they are not used to darkness. Like being
They're
in the
used to
dark is not a
darkness.
normal thing.
Even tap we have here, they've never seen tap.
Stream
They go to
water.
the stream, and the water is not even good.
The one that calls for worries. Why are they so focused on those local communities that has farmlands? Do they want to leave Nigeria in hunger? Do they want a situation whereby we will no longer be able to even get products from our farms? Because if you can understand, it's actually those people that are farming, that their own personal or their own normal handwork is to farm and get food stuff and come and sell. It is the selling that gives them money in return. So why are they so focused in those places? Why are they so focused in those kind of places? So that people will continue to suffer. Then because they are suffering, they will be so choiceless. You know, when you're not decisive because you cannot provide for yourself. So if those people start to suffer, then that is why they pick anybody they want and feel like, well, let's vote for this person. And that is why Nigeria's situation will continue. To continue, continuation of problem. That's the truth. It's just so annoying, honestly. You know, people will feel like the whole death stuff is just online. No. I used to think so. Until when you now know somebody that is telling you that I'm traveling to the village, you want to go and bury like almost 4 to 5 people. Why? They are related to you and they were killed. Banditry came and invaded the communities and killed them. You will now know that wow, this one is affected.
Have you asked yourself why they are invading those communities? Because Daddy K mentioned something earlier. He said those bandits, they are mostly in places they benefit something from. They mostly attack the places they benefit something from. Look at the Zamfara where they found the gold. Is one of the highest area of crime. The north. Even us here in the south, even you come to Delta State, come to this area, you won't hear anything about like the time Boko Haram was really raining, like bombing and all that. You won't hear issue about that. But we are not still safe from kidnappers, herdsmen. And now we are hearing ritual, killing people for rituals. Even the news we spoke about a few days ago, they said they've even caught the leader, the man
Evelyn,
from the
can you hear me?
Can you hear me? I can hear
very
you.
Bad.
Can you hear me, Mary? I can hear you loud and clear. I was talking about the ritual that is going on in the states, about the native doctor that was found in Enugu State. The native doctor that was found in Enugu State, they've caught the leader as he stands now. To tell you he's not the only one. They've caught the leader and they are in custody as we speak. They're in custody. We are crying that we are not safe. Banditry, kidnapping, then ritualists, they're in play as we speak. People can't even come out of their home. Those that are managing the small farmland, managing agriculture, the small they can do, they are scared. They can't even come out. They can't go to the farm because of herdsmen. I don't know exactly what they are fighting for. Is it that they want to take over the farmlands? I don't know why they are going to these villages and why they are disturbing the villagers who are managing their lives. You go to some of these deep villages and people are struggling over there, but still they are not safe. Insecurity is high in the rural area. And I don't know the reason why. Because these people are struggling, trying to manage their lives. You go to this rural area, you can't even find, you see about 20 million people, you won't find even one hospital. One hospital you won't find. Let's even not go far to deep rural areas. Let's go to Makoko here in Lagos. I was watching a video yesterday when the chief there was talking about the hospital, that the government has provided hospital for them. 2 hospitals the government provided, not that they didn't provide hospitals, but they are far away from them. They can't access these hospitals. These are people that are living on floating homes. Water. And if you take a look at this water, it's not even clean. It's not hygienic. It's not hygienic. They are suffering from germs and all that, diseases. The last time cholera outbreak came up, they were not even able to see clean water. No hospitals. No maternity ward. The one only hospital they have there, they don't have the equipment to even carry on. And women keep giving birth. I heard a resident that was saying every week they go for child dedication in such a place. They are still populating the place. I don't know what the government is doing about it. You are passing through the bridge, look down, you see the community. They call it Makoko in Lagos. The floating home, that is what they call it. They said every week they go for child dedication. They're still giving birth in such condition. And there are no hospitals, no hospital to take these children to. Now, what is the government doing about it? They said they provided 2 hospitals and their complaining is very far from them. You have to come out from the water and go into town to look for hospital. And you come out and go to the hospital, is not even affordable. It's expensive. How do you expect people who survive by just fishing to pay hospital bills? That health insurance does not cover everything. There are some sicknesses that the health insurance does not cover, aside malaria. These people are struggling every day of their life. They don't have jobs. The unemployment rate is high. Have we taken a look at those problems in Nigeria? Have we been able to fix those problems in Nigeria, insecurity problems in Nigeria, that we are already celebrating 2 years? Giving thanks to God for all he has done. Celebrating 2 years of success. Are we going to say yes, we have been successful these past 2 years? They've been public arrest because of the bad governance. That was the reason why they came out to do the protest against bad governance and bad governance. Then what has been the improvement? They did protest and bad governance that didn't end well. It didn't end well not long ago. And here we are celebrating 2 years in power over what? I know Tinubu has tried hard to implement this thing, reform the economy, reform the insecurity. He has tried his best. But at the end, we have not achieved what we're supposed to achieve. Yet we are celebrating 2 years. 2 years of what, actually? What are we celebrating? That we have been able to totally eliminate terrorists from our country? Is that what we are celebrating? Have we been totally able to bring down the currency rate that has gone high? What exactly are we celebrating? What are we celebrating? The Amnesty International has recorded more than over 10,000 deaths since Tinubu gained power. 10,000 deaths and more. The kidnapping rate is still high, still going on. People are scared of even traveling by road. People are scared of traveling by road because it's not safe. So what exactly are we celebrating? What are we celebrating? We keep crying. Go to the foodstuff area. The price of foodstuff is going high. Going high by the day. People are hungry. People are hungry while others are celebrating. Celebrating the government. Over what? What are we celebrating? What are we celebrating? That should be the question. They should list out the things we are celebrating. Are we celebrating that Tinubu has finally eliminated fuel subsidy? But at the end of the day, what happened? The price of petrol still went high, still went up. Transport fare has increased because of the petrol hike. People who go to work, they can't even give account of their salary because before the end of the month, they don't see anything to account for because of transport. Transport will take its own. And then food. To even eat 3 square meal a day is a problem, a huge problem. You can't get 3 square meal a day. People eat. Mary, you are back. The question I'm asking, what exactly are we celebrating? What are we celebrating over 2 years? What are we celebrating? 2 years is enough to have done a lot of things. It would have been enough. And it should give in the other 2 years. I don't even see what they will be doing. If you can't make do of 2 years, what can you make do of with the other 2 years? And still, they're already preparing for the upcoming election that is far away. I would say it's far away. People already have their recommendation. It's a huge problem to us Nigerians. It's a huge problem. People are still suffering poverty. People are hungry. People are crying. People are dying every day. And yet we are celebrating 2 years. 2 years of what? What are we celebrating? Look at the area of electricity. There are still areas that have not seen light for years. They've not seen light. We are still struggling with electricity, and we are here celebrating 2 years. I'm not saying the government has not done anything, but they can do better. They can do better. They don't need to come out and tell us and list the things they are celebrating. They don't need to come out and tell us the things they are celebrating. The people will see. If you are doing things, people will see and celebrate you. You don't need to come out and start counting what you have done. You are there listing what you have done. I've done this. I've done this.
Even what they listed is not to be compared to the souls of people that have died. Innocent souls that have died in the past. So the whole situation is just so annoying. We should, in as much as people are trying to be blind and deaf towards the current situation in Nigeria, the killings and everything, let's still not forget to tell ourselves the truth that as a cause of your celebration, still talk about or see need, right, to mourn the dead, people that lost their lives for doing nothing just because they're Nigerians, people who traveled and got kidnapped and still couldn't survive even after a lot of ransom was paid. Because another evil thing they do is you call for ransom, they pay, and you still kill them. Very sad. So people lost their lives even as we got. I know there was a time I think the person had to sell his house. The wife was pregnant. They had to sell the house, and what happened is I think he was traveling and the vehicle stopped on the road as regards of the vehicle was faulty, and that's the risk of just entering any vehicle on the road. You had to see the one going on the road, the bus, and he entered, and That was the end. Because even when they called for ransom, he paid everything he had, and there was no money again. He had to call for them to sell his house. They sold the house, but at the end of the day, he still didn't come out alive. For your pregnant wife that you left because you traveled for a burial and you didn't still make it to still see her. So what am I saying? Whether we like it or not, it does not need to happen to your family. If you know people that have suffered as regards this insecurity in the country, people that even after paying money, they still couldn't survive it. What about those that somebody came for Omugo and that was how the mother, the daughter that for over how many years of marriage she didn't give birth, and this was the first time she gave birth, and you know the kind of joy of motherhood, right? So the mother had to go for Omugo. So what happened? Did they survive it? No. They only left the newborn baby, the mother and both the wife that gave birth. I mean, and both the daughter that gave birth. Did they survive it? No. They killed them even after telling them to pay a lot of money. It's not even about telling them to pay a lot of money. They pay, and these people they collect the money and kill them. So that is why I'm lamenting on it. It's not about celebration. People have died. I don't know what they're saying in the papers. Insecurity is still alarming. It's still a problem in the country. They need to do something about it. I wish everybody that is coming online to form activists to talk about Nigeria and everything we keep talking about this insecurity so that they will know the energy they use in arresting people for talking about them. They should use the energy to fight this insecurity in the country so that people will just stop dying unnecessarily because they are Nigerians. You can't travel by road. Is there everybody that can afford flights? So there are people that cannot afford flights. You get, it's not even about flights. I've seen people that travel even down to Enugu with flights, but on your way to share flight lead to your house. Flight did not lead to your house. So when you enter vehicle to a particular place you're supposed to go, what happens on the road? So this is risky. This is terrible. If we keep quiet towards things like this, I don't know how 5 years from now is gonna be, because I feel like
Mary,
people grow in
Mary,
something.
even
They
when
are
we don't
growing
keep
into
quiet,
this.
you remember when they brought this SARS issue? When the security at that time was very poor. When SARS came, they said they were bringing SARS to help the people, but rather it was the other way around. When people came out to protest end SARS, and what happened? Some people lost their lives at that time. People lost their lives at that time. End SARS. Even people are coming out to plead for their own life, for their own protection, they still lose their life. In the verge of pleading for their own life, they still lose their life. I don't know how long we are going to keep crying for the government to hear us. I don't know how long, because we have been crying for a very long time. And they're not showing any concern about it. And it's very painful. It's very painful, most especially for those that they have lost their loved ones. Seeing these people celebrate 2 years, it's painful to
All
them.
right, so at the end of the day, I have to say what I'm saying. I'm not saying these people are not working. No. Yes, they are working. The achievement is there. But
They can do better.
you see this killing is something that if they are tackled, it will be above whatever job they think they are doing. Because I tell you that insecurity is a setback. It's one setback we have here. It's one setback, a serious setback. Why the country is not developing, why a lot of things cannot take place, a lot of business activities cannot take place. So is it not when you start from the foundation, right? To kill whatever obstacle that has been a blockage, then you know how the next step is not all about we saying we are settling debt, we are selling oils to other countries. No, that should not be the number priority. The insecurity is deep. I don't know how comes about it that it has stayed this long and is still increasing. It's still on increase. That is my problem. It's still on an increase. So if we are celebrating it, we should still talk about how we can stop it. Why I'm angry is you see them saying that they have stopped every insecurity in the country. And I don't understand the country they're talking about. Is it the same country that we are into, or is another one? I don't know. So, like yesterday, we read, I think they said 10,000 something that died in 24
Yes.
months, which is a pure lie. It's beyond that, we know. It's not the numbers of people they tell you in the paper. That's the one you take. For this kind of killings that is taking place every time, every time. If you happen to even escape it, you thank God, because it's not even easy. And we are seeing that they even have insiders They have insiders. So it's scary. It's a problem. It's cause for worry. I know what I'm saying. It's cause for worry. Nigeria needs to get better. I don't really know why everything is getting worse. Seriously, these are saying food. If you face problem, if you think about Nigerian problem, it is not food that will be a problem. Because if you happen to see that you know somebody that is suffering, that is kidnapped, that they are calling ransom from, it's not food you'll be thinking in your table. It's how to see how you help that person. How to even think about, if I even pay this money, do you even think the person will come out alive? Are they not trying to still deceive us and all of that? So it's a problem. Nigeria, I don't know. We just need to do better. Okay, I think that the Queen has other meetings to attend, so we've already even passed our time. Maybe this would be a good place to call the show a wrap today. We still have a weekly bulletin tomorrow, a review of everything that's happened within the week. So we'll have a lot to talk about on the show. I don't know even if you have something else to say before we end the show for today.
We've said it all. It's more than 1 hour, 30 minutes. We've said it all. As the government you are celebrating, as you are listing the things you have done, you should do more. You can do better, because the insecurity rate is still high in the country. Price of things is still going up. People are crying. People are dying. This is not the time for us to celebrate. This is the time for us to strategize and do better, do more, so that the people should be the one to celebrate you rather. The people should be the one to celebrate you in all the states. The people should be celebrating you and not you celebrating yourself. So I feel you can do better. We have been crying for your help. It's time for you to hear our cry, listen to our plea, and help the people so that Nigeria will become a better place than it is now. Thank you so much for staying tuned with us. We'll see you tomorrow. As Mary said, it's our weekly bulletin. We'll be seeing you tomorrow on the show. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Nigeria
Week London 2025. It's time to celebrate the pulse of Africa's most exciting nation. Nigeria Week London 2025 is coming to Hippodrome Theatre from July 24th to 26, 2025, showcasing the best in Nigerian arts, music, fashion, and investment opportunities. Whether you're looking to discover the future of real estate, explore Nigeria's culinary masterpieces, or get immersed in an electric Afrobeat performance, this is the event of the year. You can also join us for a film festival, cultural dance spectacles, and the recognition awards. Don't miss out on the business opportunities and cultural experiences waiting for you. Book your tickets now before they're gone on eventbrite.co.uk. Call or text +447 438 893 190 or 080 330 46768 or +447 459 071 747. Visit our website, Superior Radio and Television.